There you go. You can hear me now. Sorry about that. BSV, another 50% on the board there. Yeah, Jake, you timed it well, mate. No, I think you can all hear now. Can you all hear? Should be sound now. I know there's a bit of a lag on the chat. Just want to make sure you got that now. You should be able to hear me. Can you hear me now? Okay, good. Yeah, there was a bit of a lag. The whole point of this, guys, is to really show you what's been working well for me. What's been working well for those that have done the courses, which will be a number of you as well. We're about to update the course itself. So it's going to be the new course, which is no new strategy. It's just the way I'm teaching it's gone to the way that I did it in the classroom. Less time, because I've worked out from your feedback that people don't want to spend 20 hours looking at courses. We're not going to offer them individually. It's going to be all in one, chapters 20, for which there are. And I just wanted to show you a bit about what's going on right now, what's been working for myself and the guys and girls in the community working through this top 10. Now, don't say I didn't warn you, by the way. I've been talking to the market. I've been talking to you since back end of last year. I've been filling you in on the podcast. I've been filling you in on the free subscriber stuff that goes out. You know, if you go to tradercobb.com and you see the little subscription box, that's free. I've been filling you in there. It started with this monthly. There's pullback in here, bullish candle. I know it's sort of green candle, but don't get me wrong, it is still bullish. There's a higher low. There's a rejection of these lows. I wanted to see it break there. We did break there. Coming to the weekly now. Well, guess what? 2 candle pullback, rejection there. We broke up through there, higher high. We've got a nice bit of follow through there again over the last couple of days, breaking last week's high as well. So it has been on my radar for quite some time. It's not something that's just, out of the blue. I have been watching for this. I have been waiting for this. And thankfully, even though I did take a holiday for 3 weeks, I didn't stay out of touch with the market too much. And I am long a couple of contracts now. Yay! So what's been working out? Okay, let's go back to the daily here and let's have a look at what I'm seeing first of all on Bitcoin. First things first, let's just jump across to the XBT. 9,000's on the cards for sure. We've got 40s, 37 minutes to go until that candle closes. Once we broke up through here, I was suggesting that 9,000 is really the next level. Nothing in the way to 9,000. I'm not too concerned about 9,124. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get rid of that level. We do have a higher low, higher high here, pulling back, moving on. Bitcoin, am I long? Not just yet, no. Do I hold Bitcoin? Bitcoin. Do I hold Bitcoin? You betcha. So nothing really there right now. But what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for simply put cradles, okay, crypto cradles. They're the trading strategies with the checklists in play. You can go and get it. Have a look. We got a higher low, higher high, 4 out, pulling back. Beautiful. Really nice little opportunity. If it does pull back into there, will today be a pullback day or will be a continuation day? I'd like it to continue to see more people re-enter back into this market. I am seeing the listenership on the podcast spiking heavily. Of course, because I am in the space and have quite a few people that follow me, I can see the flow, the comeback. I've had quite a lot of people. I mean, Jake, you just mentioned it before, mate. I think it was you that sent me the message saying you were getting back into the space again, back into the market, and it's really good to see. The more we see upside, the more we're going to see that cycle come back in where people are actually re-entering, which is good to see. So I'd love to see the follow-on. Of course, I've got a couple of longs on, so I'm in profit. I've locked in profit. I can't make a loss right now as it stands, touch wood, but it would take something very, very bad for that to occur, considering I've already locked in profit. I pull back into here, looking for a cradle. That's the sort of thing I'm waiting for. What about Ethereum? Same thing, waiting for that pullback, the level that it's broken up through, higher low, higher high. Simple stuff, guys. People say, well, you say the same thing. No shit, because the same thing works. You don't try and work out a different way to walk because the way that you have works. We don't see people walking sideways just because they want to be different. Walking one foot in front of the other works quite well in my experience, and that's the way I'm doing my trading. 3 trading strategies: crypto cradle, Bitcoin breakout, Fibonacci booster. I don't stray from that. Plenty of opportunities coming about with Ethereum here. Again, I'm just focusing on trend. I'm not trying to pick the bottom. I'm not trying to pick the top. I'm taking the guts. I'm taking the chunk in the middle. Now, where is that chunk right now? Well, right now on Ethereum, it appears this 8 hour has been working quite well, but quite overextended. So maybe the lower time frames, if we are to run on, look at this, for example. Beautiful 15-minute cradle if you got the experience there. Another one, if you got the experience, there's some big money to be made at the moment, life-changing amounts around at this point in time. Yeah, I use TradingView. I do. It's the best of a bad bunch. It's not great. I will give you that. Matt, you've got the hardest name to pronounce. Matrixley? Matrixley. I do use TradingView. If you've got a better option, please let me know because I'm gagging for it. EOS yesterday, I was checking out, what was it? Where were we? Was it there? Looking out down here on a flat level. Now this is Bitfinex, which is a crappy exchange for volume, but I've got to change my top 10 list. It's just where I'm going at the moment. Didn't get a breakout there again right now. Just waiting for those pullbacks. Look at this. Beautiful. In she comes. Little cradle. You know the rules. Pop. Happy days. Stella. Well, the less we say about Stella, the better. It's a pretty crappy chart, to be honest. XRP pushing on really well. And the thing I like about this top 10 at the moment is just how it's acting to levels. Resistance here, moved away, came back in, bounce, let go of that. Look at it again over here on Cardano, same thing. Breakout level, high, low, high, high, tap and bounce. The technicals are working really, really well, and I'm loving life at the moment. I never discussed my P&L there, big dog. Two reasons. One, it's none of your business. And two, I don't want to put a ceiling above people that I'm teaching. If I say, here's my results, and people go, well, that's the way that that guy does it, then I'm actually doing you a disservice. I've got traders that I know are doing better than me that are in my community. I know that for a fact. I don't trade heaps. I'm running the businesses and I'm doing lots of different bits and pieces. So I take less trades but look for bigger profits. But it's going well. Let me tell you that. It's certainly outperforming the business. All right, simple as that. Okay, so yeah, again, yesterday this was put out to those in the community and those that know how to trade my strategies. Again, you'll see a very clear and obvious little cradle right there. If you want to have a look at the risk to reward there, we're looking at risk of 2.5% of the token. That doesn't mean 2.5 risk to you, 2.5% from the entry. Where are we now? So about 6.5, 7 to 1 reward to risk. Now that's a 6.5, 7x. You need to understand what I'm saying here. If you were to risk $200 on that and it made 10 to, or maybe made 6 to 1, that's $1,200 potential reward there, depending on if you scaled out. Okay, that's what trading is. That's what using margin is. You don't need to have an awful lot in the account, because it's beautiful in the sense that you can use a little bit to manage a bigger position. Yes, how do you work out your position size? We've got trading calculators to help you work all of that out. Look, let me just show it to you quickly. Here's our trading calculator here to help you to work out the position sizes. It's got preset amounts, so you can put in all these things. You just need to go ahead and watch one of the videos there in the members area for those of you who are in there, and it will show you exactly what to do there. So Litecoin opportunity for yesterday as well. Bitcoin Cash, pretty stoked that I'm long here as well. Got long on this a couple of days back in this cradle. Again, just showing you it's been the higher time frames this year. The cradle strategy this year that has been performing the best. That 8-hour cradle there has moved very well. You could have also taken that as a 4-hour crypto cradle here. A bit of time waiting, but who cares when you get moves like this? Certainly not me. So far cradles on higher time frames are the way to go. With Binance right now, this is against US dollar Tether, of course. There are opportunities to trade on different platforms, on different contracts, taking exposure with margin to... where's my little chat thing going? To the there we go. Got it. Troy Ashton. Been following for a while now and losing faith. Always turning up after the fact. Anyone can do that. I'm sorry, Troy. Maybe you should unfollow, because I haven't at all. I've been commentating this the whole way through. My trade view, everything's been going up before the market has moved. So, sorry, mate, you're absolutely off the mark there, big dog. And many people that are on this feed right now that will vouch for me on that one. So perhaps you need to tune in a little bit closer, because you've obviously missed out on everything that I've been doing, and you just jump in when you want to throw shit at people. And I'm not all about that. Good on you, mate. Binance, waiting for a pullback into here on the 4-hour. Again, a cradle here. I didn't like this one because it didn't break the highs quite so well. Sorry, Troy, I don't mean to be so harsh, mate. I just, trolling is not really something that I'm interested in. Slightly higher high here. There was a cradle there, but it wasn't good enough. I'm certainly not suggesting that was a good one. I'm waiting now for another opportunity there on the 4-hour Tron. It's too thin. I don't really like that contract, although it has moved. Cardano, again, has moved really, really well. BSV, of course, it's off its head. Something to confirm here for you guys. Look, I don't care what you think of BSV. I couldn't care less what you think of Craig Wright. I couldn't care less what you think of the project. I don't care either. It's an opportunity to trade. Now, here is what we call a Bitcoin breakout. Now, I've got to tell you right now, I didn't take this trade. For me, I was on holiday at this time. But let me show you something. Look, there's the higher low. That's the stop. There's the entry, 2.25%. Where has it moved to from there? 2.25. So over 100 to 1. So if you risk $1,000 and that, you'd be up over 100,000. I know people that did take that breakout. It did follow the rules. I did not take it. That is quite straightforward. I could tell you that I did, but why would I lie? Another great opportunity that's pushed on there. So question again, love you too, Nathan. Why do you trade Bitcoin? What would you do if the creator of Bitcoin decided to delete everything? I'd say you probably should learn a little bit more about Bitcoin. To be honest, mate, the reason that I trade it and I've stopped trading FX in different markets at the moment is quite simply because I'm a trader. Volatility is what I'm after. There's no more volatile market in the world right now. Until the markets crap themselves and fall really hard and we get this sort of volatility, I'll be sticking to the markets that I know that I can do less trading, manage my risk exactly the same as what I would in traditional markets. Sure, it's not regulated. I get that. I'm cool with that. That is a counterparty risk that I'm willing to accept and absorb. As far as the volatility, it outweighs the risk in my view exponentially. I trade markets that have got volatility. This thing's going crazy. So yeah, all good. I've actually done your bronze course 1 year ago. You are harsh as someone who pays your wage, just what I'm saying. Hey, look, no, I'm not harsh at all. I'm being honest. You were harsh to me. You said that I'm behind it. I'm not. And not at all. You've missed it all. I've been saying this the whole way through. And just because somebody does my course doesn't mean that I've got to, bow down. I stand for what I believe in. You were wrong. I'm sorry if you got offended, but you were wrong. Okay. That is facts, not problem. Well, hopefully, Matrixley, I've been able to answer your question there and help you on that as to why I trade these markets. Troy, again, mate, if I've upset you, I'm sorry. Just wanted to say you're wrong. I've been ahead of all of this. I'm not behind it. As a matter of fact, I did a video on it yesterday that you can go and have a look at if you so deem it necessary. I'm not sure if you haven't got me, I can't even say your name. I'm just going to call you John. But I don't have anything. I mean, the facts are this is the most volatile market in the world. And the facts are I trade it and I love it. So guys, we're also doing a fundraiser at the moment for the bushfire appeal. So please jump across to my Twitter. I'll be posting it again on Facebook in a moment as well. If you could share it around and get people on board, I'd love that. And we're also trying to put together, it'll take a little bit of time to do this properly, an event where we can give you guys content and you guys can sort of, give things back to, donate based on the value that you think. It helps people that are really in need at the moment, and we want to support that with profits all going to those that are in need. Of course, if you want to keep yourself plugged in, go to tradercobb.com, check out what we've got there. We've got free content all over the place. Guys, I've been ahead of this. I'm not behind it. I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm trying to keep you plugged in. You need to plug in, keep your eyes open. This market is moving. It could continue for quite some time yet. You guys have a great day. Trade well. What time frame are you looking for a bounce off EMA? Depends on what chart you're looking at, mate. At the moment, let's have a look at Bitcoin. We can work back from that. I don't like the chart structure for 2 hours as much as the 4 hour. So if I pull back on the 4 hour, that'd be really nice. But it just depends on what time frame. It depends on what time frame. It is the most volatile market in the world are casinos in Vegas. No, they're not, and that's gambling. So I don't gamble. I trade. But So the pullback's going to depend on the chart structure and what goes on from this point here. I'll show you what's been the last couple I've had. Where am I? So here's a cradle back here for that's the one I got on this particular contract. That's doing very well. So nice pullback in there, and Bitcoin Cash, same thing, but it was on the 8 hour just here. So it just needs to get back into this cradle zone, follow those rules, stick to those rules, keep it nice and simple, and we're good to go. Is BSV extended? Oh, you betcha. I mean, check that puppy out. It has gone nuts, but this is crypto. I'm not, just to be clear, I'm not looking to be jumping into any trades on BSV at the moment. I know when I've missed the boat and I'll wait for a pullback. Thankfully, I am in a couple of others. So it's a matter of just capturing that moment when the opportunity does arise. As far as getting them all, you got to manage your risk first and foremost. I'm just sitting back today for the time being, and basically waiting to see what occurs from this point on. So thanks for your support as always, guys. Welcome to 2020. What a great start to the year. I wish you all well, and if you can support fire relief, go across again to my Twitter, and I'll post it on Facebook in just a second and share it around. Guys, have a great day. I'll speak to you again very, very soon. Visit tradercobb.com and keep yourself tuned into the Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast to keep yourself ahead of this. Bye for now.